Hey my glorious friends, it's your friend Kevin back again with this week's navigation for the week ahead. This is where I take Guardian Angel Messages Tarot deck, one card for each day this upcoming week, and tie it into the moon and the planets and where we are astrologically. So let's get right to it. Here we go. As I said, I am using the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot deck by Radley Valentine to start us off. And I'm also using notes and inspiration from Yasmin Boland. I like her straightforward, no-nonsense take on astrology. So let's get right to it. So this is for the week of September 28th, Sunday, to October 4th, 2025. We're in week number 40. So we're in the last trimester of 2025. And we have a new month approaching, that month being October. So now we're heading off into this last quarter. And just like that, the astrological landscape has changed yet again. Because Neptune has retrograded itself back into Pisces for these last 12 weeks. So to say this has been the year of changes is an understatement, and we're not done with the changes quite yet. Neptune is the planet of confusion and deception, known for the planet of mists, myths and air. There's very little point in trying to make sense of any of it, because Neptune thrives on dreams, soulmates, enlightenment, all of these things, as well as thriving on lies, gossip, disappointment, and illicit affairs. We happen to be the voice of reason that can choose what we are buying into. So, I prefer to focus on the upside of this interaction. It's been resident in the dreamy sign of Pisces since 2011, that being Neptune. It's likely the reason why meditation practice, yoga practice, chanting, breath work, channeling, Reiki, all of these spiritual teachings and anything to do with spirituality in general has been highlighted probably for the last 13 years. Most of the mystical planets, this is the most mystical of the planets, and it's been in the most mystical signs of the zodiac. So, in other words, my friend, we can't really ignore all the spiritual growth that we've been experiencing. So, take your mind back to March of this year when Neptune shifted into Aries. Now it's retrograding back into Pisces for its very last rotation. Now remember, retrograding planets give us a chance to renew and review and revisit. So you might be feeling some things repeating. You might be like, oh my gosh, here we go again. So one of the very best ways to tap into this energy and take full advantage of it is to amp up your spiritual connection to the divine. Amp up your spiritual practices. Make sure it's working so incredibly well that you can seamlessly move into the cycle when Neptune goes back into Aries, which is January 2026. And it'll be there, Neptune in Aries, for 13 years, till the year 2039. So, my friends, this is the time to anchor and generate your daily spiritual practices, big time, whatever that looks like. A daily spiritual routine that can be as simple as waking up in the morning and chanting your affirmations, getting into very light, the types of food that lighten your physical body, the types of ideas and thoughts that lighten your day. So consider whether or not you're creating your own reality and what spirituality represents to you. What part of your reality does spirit play? Are you fully committed to considering how connected you are to a higher power and remaining with the highest consciousness for yourself, which also then translates to being part of a higher consciousness in humanity? Tune in this month. Meditate, meditate, meditate. Manifest, manifest, manifest. Visualize, visualize, visualize. And trust in the excitement that you get when what you visualize and what you get creative actually manifests for you. Let's get right to each day of the week, working with Sunday. No accident. I should pull the Awakening card, also known as the Hangman in traditional tarot. Number 12. Last 12 weeks, 1 and 2 adds up to 3 last 3 months. Get the picture? Pause, perspective, selflessness. When we're giving our time over to the divine, and we're allowing the divine to interlace itself with us, we're being selfless. We're letting the divine help us see things in a different way. But you look, the hourglass, time is of the essence, and it's time to wake up. So the moon is traveling through Sagittarius on Sunday, and as the cosmic lunar nodes are getting triggered. So it's time to navigate your way from what was then into what is right now. If we're holding on too tightly to the past, that's a joy buster. Be honest with yourself, lift up your heart and your intentions to being in harmony, in balance, in happiness, in joy. What do you need to let go of to be more present? Is it things? Is it people? Is it situations? Is it drama? Is it nonsense? What do you need to let go of? This is also a 10-1 day, divine new beginnings, the end of one spiral, and the space to let thoughts and feelings begin to the next spiral. There's a divine reverence for being present at all times on Sunday, releasing what has already ended and embracing the journey ahead. You can work with the World card, the Dreamer card, the Nine of Cups, but more importantly, pull in God the Divine. Pull in Archangel Uriel, Archangel Raziel. Work with the divine masculine energy to govern this numbered day. Moving on to Monday. Now Monday, we have the Ego card, also known in traditional tarot as the Devil, another major player on your journey. Diplomacy is a number 2 angel numerology day. Be aware of any negative thoughts you're having on Monday. Be gentle and move in the energy of harmony. Be supportive, considerate, and very sensitive to yourself today. It's a good day to be tactful, cooperative, loving, and that's going to score all kinds of new points. This is the divine feminine day, and a message from your guardian angels not to give up. You can work with the Eight of Swords, the Wise Counselor, even Archangel Jophiel and Raguel for a healthy balance. But remember, the ego, also known as the devil, can play tricks, can have you wanting to retrograde back into old patterns and old ways. So illusion, dependency, materialism. And remember what I said at the beginning of this video, Neptune, plopping about in Pisces again. So we have that element sort of almost trying to, do its thing to send us off course. Let's shift into Tuesday, the 8 of Fire. I like to call this firing on all cylinders. Get go, let's go, off we go. Boom, 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 chakalaka, boom, boom. Speed, activity, multitasking. So let me go back to Monday real quick. It's also St. Michael's Feast, Michaelmas. So the first quarter moon is in Capricorn. Pay attention to the signs that the universe are sending you. Then moving on to Tuesday, we've got gentle guidance, a number 3 angel numerology day. Well, gentle guidance can also move us forward. Messages from the Ascended Masters as well as past loved ones, reminding us that everything's fine and it's okay to have fun. The energy is of the 3, and also the 8 of fire, is about being artistic, creative, inspiring, imaginative, as well as just having a good time, being playful. It might be a good idea to meditate on Tuesday quite a bit, go inward, work with the 3 of cups, work with the hermit or the moon card, because it's the first quarter moon, and we're supposed to take inspired action towards our dreams, putting the work in to heal any part of our lives that feels unworthy. So if your 8 of fire energy is pulling you in all kinds of different directions, and you feel like you've got to push, shove, pull some of that back. The forward movement is still going to happen on Tuesday. You're still going to make progress, but you also have to be mindful of being introspective and getting in touch with your personal self-worth and your values. What do you deserve on Tuesday? This is going to supercharge your manifestation powers. And as I said on my daily blast today, follow the breadcrumbs of fun and excitement and enthusiasm. That'll help you push through. Moving into Wednesday, the 3 of fire. Goals, expansions, visions. See where you're going. See what you're looking towards. We've got the boat coming into shore. Not quite there yet, but almost there. We have the 3 fiery wands standing up. Expansion. Expand your vision. It's also a number 11. Angel numerology number. It's also the first day of the month of October. 11 being a very, very high spiritual number. Spiritual blessings. This is everything about the 2, only amplified with an exclamation point. So, on Wednesday, we've got divine intervention. And to be completely honest, be present to the power that divine, God, universe, the creator, source energy is guiding the pathway forward, guiding the ship into shore, making sure that we are following our heart's desire. Allow faith to be your ally on Wednesday. The teacher, encouraging forward movement and keep it going. Use the High Priestess card if you want a little bit of extra oomph. The moon shifts into Aquarius on Wednesday, and a day to be mindful of anyone or anything you might be wasting your breath on. So if you find yourself just lollygagging, move forward, keep going. Don't waste valuable creative energy on stuck stuff. Jupiter and Mercury are at odds on Wednesday, which is why that comment came up. There will be a lot of chatter going on, but not all of it's going to be worth your time and attention. In other words, gossip, watching the news, paying attention to what people say, the doom and the gloomers. No. That's wasting your time. It's not progress. You get the drift. Thursday, 5 wise counselor, also known as the Hierophant. This is seeking more of an informed, fact-finding kind of energy. Belonging, learning, traditions. It also might be a time to get in touch with your spiritual teachers, not necessarily human form, but your guides, your spirit guides, your ascended masters. Gentle guidance from the ascended masters as well as past loved ones come to remind us that everything's fine and it's okay to have fun. This is the energy of 3, angel numerology 3 that is. It's about being artistic and creative, inspiring and imaginative. It would be a good idea to meditate, use the 3 of cups, pull out the wise counselor if you want to have a little bit more inspiration. Also, the moon continues to move through Aquarius, and some fiery emotions could be swirling because of a clash it's having with the angry sign of Mars, that sign of war. So be mindful that you might be in the crossfires of something that could be unpleasant. If you happen to butt heads with someone, it might be easier to kiss and make up than it would be going to war with them. Moving into Friday, beautiful Queen of Earth. She is not just the divine feminine energy, but she's got divine masculine because she's a very resourceful person. Gracious, practical, capable, a no nonsense. I'm just going to get it done. It's also an angel numerology number 4 day, faith. Connect with your guardian angels and your archangels today and help you offset worry, anxiety, and any feelings that cause your heart to sink. Because the Queen of Earth is not going to allow that to happen. She's going to be 2 clicks and a twist. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off. We've got to get to the boardroom and we've got to have a business meeting. I haven't got any time for your nonsense. This is coming up on Friday. A conversation on Friday could help heal emotional wounds because the moon is still in Aquarius. So talk things through. Be careful not to say something that makes matters worse. In other words, if you are in the mode of opening up, being manifesting your dreams, putting forth your plans, your visions, Friday is not the day to back out of it. Friday is not the day to be wishy-washy because the Queen of Earth's energy and the wishy-washy stuff and Aquarius and Mars and all of that stuff that's coming up right up ahead of it could get in the way. So, let's see, what else can we talk about that? The moon's moved into Pisces on Friday. No, still in Aquarius, that's right. Moving on to Saturday, sorry. Saturday we have a number 11, the Strength card, and the Infinity symbol, which works with Archangel Ariel. So it could be you get blessings and good wishes on Saturday. Courageous, compassionate, perseverance. It's a number 5 angel numerology day, all about adventure. Look, that changes are coming, and we'll all be on the leading edge of witnessing what it feels like to think and it is done. Like whoosh chakalaka, be the magician of your own mind, if you will. It brings the energy of the Tower as well as a hangman, and in this case the Strength. So look for courage and strength to see things in a different way. Stick to your guns, stick to your visions, stick to your manifestation powers. The moon has moved into mystical Pisces on Saturday, while Venus is lining up with the lunar nodes. So it's a really, really super duper day to connect with the divine through whatever spiritual practice works best for you. Now, here's what I've got to say about Saturday. Well, about the whole week, really. In my Divine Daily Blast, we've got Metatron, Sandalphon, as well as Archangel Gabriel. We're sort of in the last trimester of birthing our new life. And that new life does not mean we have to be absorbed back up into the womb of what 3D was. I'm hoping I'm making sense with this. This is the energy of excitement. Think about the fact that, you know, when a family is getting ready to embrace the new life that's coming in, if we're talking about pregnancy, and they're in the last trimester, we get from 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, that kind of thing, there's this excitement. People start going out and getting things for the baby. They start celebrating the baby coming. There's a lot of showers going on. There's a lot of fun happening. A lot of anticipation. That's the sort of energy we're being asked to put ourselves into. If I had to think of 2 words for this week, it would be enthusiasm, excitement, growth, and expansion. When we get into those visions and those feelings and that energy, we start to attract the people, the places, the situations, and everything to make it happen. When we start to see these things occurring, which I have done lately, I've started to see an uptick in my hair business, but not just an uptick in my hair business where I got more clients coming in, but the clients I've got coming in, they are of a lifted caliber. they're of an uptick caliber. They seem to be overly grateful, and I'm not getting the kind of resistant pushback I was getting before. So that my point being, the doldrums of the Debbie Downers, all of that, they seem to have dissipated and have this new way. If that makes sense, I'm hoping it makes sense to you. So be prepared for new energy to come and the old energy to move out. With that said, I'm going to let you go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing. Give me your comments, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Bye, darlings.